I don't know, I dream of stuff, I ask for things. I don't do vision boards, but in my head, I suppose it's there. And I believe if you have a dream in your heart, it's put there for a reason. Just do it and don't give up. And you will only not make it if you give up. And don't listen to the outside noise. People love to see you not make it. People love you, but they love to hate you. Because what is life about? It's about other people. It's about relationships. Like, that's what life is about. And it's not just about me. I'm not the most important person in my life. I'm sorry. And I will not be happy if you're not happy. I saw a life coach and I initially opposed what she told me. She's like, nothing in life is personal. And I was like, bullshit. Like, it's not true. But like later on, I've realized that she's right. No decision, even if it affects your life, it's not because of you.
Quick one, give me 30 seconds of your time. Firstly, thank you very much for taking the time out to watch this video. I really hope that you do enjoy it. And the whole goal and what we want to achieve is getting to know people better through the 4 aspects of their life, through their spirituality, through their health, through their business, as well as their family. So enjoy it with us. And if you do enjoy this, can I ask you one thing, is to please subscribe and keep active and keep watching us. And let's grow this thing in South Africa together. Okay, welcome, Christel.
Thank you, Sean.
Beautiful to have you here. And it's been a while.
Yeah.
We've been
3
organizing
months.
this for some time
When did
now.
we start talking about this?
Since December.
Yeah.
Since December, yeah.
Oh.
So, Christel, just to let the viewers know who you are, even though I think the majority of South Africa knows who you are.
Some people know who I am. Not majority, definitely not. Yeah.
But Christel van den Bergh. So Christel is a seasoned South African actress and producer, known for a long-running role as, is it Renate
Greef, yeah.
Renate Greef in the popular soap Getroud met Rugby.
Which is no more.
Yeah.
But it used to be. Anyway, it was like really cool. Yeah. It's my favorite role that I played. Anyway.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
She began her career in 2003 and has also made a mark as a writer and director of the short film Aangetroud. Christel has appeared in a variety of TV shows and films, demonstrating her versatility across genres and languages. And she continues to be a significant figure in Afrikaans language entertainment. At the moment, Christel is known as Lehandri Viljoen in Kyknet's Diepe Waters. So yeah, Christel, thanks, man. I've want to maybe start just in terms of, let's start off from the beginning stages. Where do you come from? Where were you brought up in South Africa?
So I'm a Pretoria girl, born and bred. Yeah. I was born in the Moederbond, I think, in Pretoria. Briefly at a little stint in primary school in Bloemfontein.
Okay.
And then moved back to Pretoria. And I've always I actually wanted to be like a wildbewaarder. What do you call it?
Oh, yeah.
Game ranger.
Yeah, game ranger. Moenie worry, ons kan Afrikaans praat.
/ vet.
Yeah.
Or a photographer, and dreamed of, I was like the family, our Christmas plays. I wrote it and directed it, and I was also the lead actress, all this in it. It was like, it's just second nature.
Yeah.
But I really wanted to become a vet, but that didn't realize I loved 2 animals. I loved animals too much. I love 2 animals too much. I love animals too much. Whatever. Yeah. Anyway, I didn't realize, and then I actually then started in grade 7, standard 5. Said to my dad, no, I think I want to be an actress one day. And he is like, okay, but you never kind of showed interest into actual doing drama or what.
Yeah.
And I wanted to go to Pro Arte, which is the art school in Pretoria. And he said, no, just show me that you're interested in the arts. And then I went to a normal school, where it's called Centurion. And then you make your friends and what. And then he said I can go to Pro Arte in, grade 10.
Yeah.
But then I didn't. I auditioned for the toneelgroepies, like at school. Never got accepted.
Yeah. So you never actually were in the
school,
performing side at school?
At school, never. I was always interested in like the journal, like the Jaarblad, the yearbook or whatever.
Yeah.
And you have school journalists or whatever. I was always interested in those, but never got like in all of it. But then I knew somehow, I don't know how, in grade 11 that I do want to become an actress, definitely. And then I auditioned for my most important audition was for the Technicon Pretoria, and when I was end of matric,
Yeah.
and I got in somehow. Never got accepted in the school plays and stuff.
Yeah.
But I got accepted into drama school, Pretoria Technicon, and then end of 2003, I finished my final year. September that year, before I finished, I got a role in a TV series called Plak van die Vleisvreters.
Yeah.
Was that
I remember something like that.
Really?
Plak van die
Yeah. It was
Vleisvreters,
incredible.
yeah.
I think it was the second drama season ever.
Okay.
The first one was Song for Katrijn, and then was that one.
Yeah.
And Gerrit Skoonhoff was a director, and I remember I auditioned, I was like, because I wanted like a 16-year-old look.
Yes.
But then someone who is like a better actress than a 16-year-old. So, so I looked quite young, and I got the part. I didn't think I would, and that's kind of where my career started, while I was still finishing my final year.
Okay.
And then I've always dreamt of becoming more than just an actress.
Yeah.
But it took a long time to eventually get to where I am now.
Yeah.
Like 24 years. Where are we now? 2026? 2001, 15 years, 25 years. Jeez.
Yes.
Jeez, I'm old.
No, definitely not that old.
Yeah. No, but it's incredible if I look back on my life. Why am I keeping you? I keep on hitting this microphone. If I look back on my life, I've literally almost every dream I've ever had realized. And
it's amazing,
some of them like really took a long time to do. And then you get to a point where you're reassessing, okay, what's next? What? Yeah, so I'm also a runner.
Yeah.
I'm a mother.
Yeah. And you're a mother of two beautiful boys, eh?
Yeah.
They're very cute. I got to meet
you.
them, with their long hair, looking all surfer boys.
Yeah, and I'm a farmer.
Yeah.
We farm in the Free State as well.
Awesome. What farming is it that you guys do?
Cattle
farming.
Yeah.
Okay. But you were saying now that you feel you've achieved a lot in life, and everything that you've dreamed of has been a reality. How did you go about that? Did you have, for instance, vision boards, or have you always just been this person that has dreamt about certain things and it stays in your mind and you just keep on pursuing that? How did you go about pursuing your dreams?
I don't know. I have them, and then okay, so you can't just dream and then do nothing about it. So you dream of becoming an actress. Okay, what do I need to do? Okay, I need to study drama. I need to audition. I need to do this. I'm always keen to learn new stuff.
Yeah.
Like I'm quite spiritual.
Yes.
Not super duper religious.
Yeah.
I believe in God. I believe my faith has carried me through like really dark times in my life, and I've felt God's hand in my life. And so I pray often. I don't necessarily go to church.
Yeah.
A lot.
But op die plaas is moeilijk.
Whatever, but I don't know. I dream of stuff. I ask for things. I don't do vision boards, but in my head, I suppose it's there.
Yes.
Like literally, and I believe if you have a dream in your heart, it's put there for a reason. And then you can either chase it, and if it's there, it's possible.
Yeah.
So, but you have to be able to work really hard, and the secret is to keep on getting up. Like try and try and try. I mean, you're a businessman.
Yeah.
You read all those stories of these incredible businessmen.
Yeah.
Like
you got to fail a whole bunch of times to reach it.
And over. And things don't come easy. Yeah. And even when it starts to feel like it does, like when I eventually started my producing and directing path, it's like, all of a sudden it's like kind of falling in place.
Yes.
Because you try and you pitch and you talk and you network and you whatever, and people promise empty promises and what. Yeah. And things just look like, okay, it's going to happen, and it doesn't. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it randomly starts to happen.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my word, this is so easy. But actually it wasn't that easy, because it was like like
yes.
years and years of trying.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden something happens quite quickly, which technically didn't. And then when it started happening quickly, like beginning of last year, I was like, okay, great. And then 2025 was like this massive, like, oh, it's amazing. It was an incredible year. with lots of potential for this new year. But then this year started and everything just went, it's just like slammed on brakes.
Yeah.
And it seemed like, okay, it's almost too good to be true how easy some of the potential new projects were going to happen. And then this year started and it didn't happen. But it doesn't mean it's not going to happen. It's just like, now we have to try finding other avenues and this and what. Yeah, so your answer, did I answer you?
Yeah, no,
really.
no, definitely. I mean,
I don't do vision boards.
You don't, yeah.
But not physically, but it's in my head.
It's in your head, yeah.
It's in my head.
So
I'm not also a diary person. I also have a great memory. Like, I don't necessarily I don't have a diary where I write stuff down and mostly remember everything. If you tell me, okay, cool, we're gonna, I think it's 7 o'clock. Let me just check. Is it 7 o'clock? Oh, yeah, it's 7 o'clock. Okay, great. Is it? So, but I'm getting older, so I should probably start putting things on paper. Yeah.
But what is the industry like in the acting industry? Because I'm sure everybody at some point in their life wants to be an actor. They want to be famous. They want to be known.
That's the word, famous.
Yeah. And
I never did this for the fame.
Yeah.
I'm a storyteller. Like, I've always, sorry, finish your question.
No. Carry on. Yeah.
No, it's just interesting because I don't think a lot of people want to act.
Yes.
I think they think acting is glamorous, but it's because it's the fame that's surrounding that. But today it's easy. You don't have to act. You can be an influencer. I mean, those are the really famous people.
No, but I mean, if I look at in America, you always hear from the actors that, or from people. I mean, in Hollywood, there's thousands of people trying to get in there. How difficult is it to get into the South African market and to be in acting and actually make a career?
I don't think it's nearly as hard as it is in Hollywood. Like, I have a couple of friends who are in LA and they know how, especially the Afrikaans industry, it's very small.
Yes.
And I think, obviously, if you really don't have talent, my approach, or not approach, what's the word? How do you say this? I think the only time you will not make it is if you give up. But also there is the matter of talent.
Yes.
You should also be realistic within your own,
within yourself,
potential and your own, just be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
But the only time, literally, I believe you will not make it is if you give up in anything. You must get up and try again and try again. That's hard. I think that in itself, to get up, and try and try over and over. That is a skill and that's a talent almost.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's but to be able to train your brain and your feelings to just persevere. Because, again, you're a businessman. I don't know how easy it was for you, but...
No, it definitely wasn't easy.
No, you have to. That's a mindset that you have to kind of adapt to. But acting prepares you for that because the amount of times you get rejected.
Yes.
On a daily basis. I'll never forget, I was in Cape Town and I had a friend there, 2012, and she was in the fashion industry and I'm an actress. And she worked for a Fushini group or something.
Yeah.
And got that job pretty easy after fashion school, what. And then she kind of went for a first interview after she and I resigned of this Fushini group or what. And then she didn't get the job that she interviewed for. And she was absolutely crushed.
Devastated.
Her life was it ended right there. And I was like, are you... the parts of time I've been rejected as an actress.
Yes.
But I don't know if it's the same thing. I don't know how interviews in the normal world work. But acting, obviously, again, you need to be prepared and need to have a little bit of talent or what. But in the end of the day, the decision of if you're going to be cast or not is so subjective. And you can never take it personally. And I only realized that in 2015, I worked as a casting director. And you would see all these brilliant people come for the same part. And you would be like, oh my word, I don't know how they're going to choose the person for this part. And eventually it comes down to the director having some sort of a weird connection with someone or the physicality of the person or whatever. So literally when you act, to me, I realized if it's meant for you, it'll be for you. I don't know if as a normal job interviews, if it's like, can you screw it up or
Yeah,
whatever.
definitely.
But also that I think that same rule applies. But
I think there's a silver thread with actors, and if you look at it, the guys that really get to the top of acting are the ones that have pursued it and never given up.
yes,
And I think that's what separates the really good actors and the average guys out there who don't make it, is because they've just given up maybe too early.
yeah.
And I think
it's so hard because there's also the underrated actors who also have, but the thing is, what do you want out of it? Like, do you want the admiration and the awards and the whatever, or do you want to just have a sustainable career, or do you want the fame, or do you, because the one to go for is the sustainability and for storytelling.
Yes.
Like the fame and the awards and whatever, that's all like, fluff.
Yeah.
What's your reason for doing this? Do you want the attention? Do you want the adoration? What do you want out of this?
Or is it something that you just enjoy
doing? Or is it just
doing?
something, and I think all of those are the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Like, is this something that's innately part of you, or do you want to just I just want to tell stories.
Yeah.
Like, acting to me is kind of a secondary thing now. I literally focus on, and I've recently gotten into like mini documentaries and what. And that's incredible to tell. Not that acting is incredible, but there's been times in my life where I'm acting and I'm like, what am I doing for a living? I am pretending to be someone else or whatever. But then you also realize how important it can be, when you are part of a TV series or a soapy or whatever, and you literally now, because of social media, get direct feedback from an audience.
Yes.
They will contact you and say, listen, the storyline that you've just did meant so much for me. And you remember that, like, that's what we're dealing with, is emotion and, changing perspectives and what. So it's powerful. Storytelling is powerful. But sometimes as an actress, you feel like bottom feeders. Like you feel like, literally feel like you are the lowest form of, I don't know, because you generally got disrespected within the industry. Like, people have this misconception of, it's so glamorous, it's so what, but there's not a lot of respect for actors. And that's also why I'm like, I don't want to, and some people are okay with just acting and just, I want more. I want to have more control, because as an actor, you only have so much control.
Yeah.
And even sometimes the control over how you performing is being taken away from you from an insecure director or a whatever, or I don't know if I'm making any sense, but to me, it's incredible to be the writer. You have the vision, and then because you're an actress, you have respect for actors when you direct them.
Yes.
You know how they feel, and you know how to kind of, handle them with care.
Yeah.
Because a lot of actors are very sensitive as well. Because actors are actors for a reason. There's a specific kind of person who are, they're extremely sensitive and extremely vulnerable, and generally speaking, what was, I lost my train of thought now again. So I don't do this for the
fame or
it's still weird for me. Sometimes when people recognize me, I'm still like is there a snolly in my nose or something? Like, why are you looking at me? It's still strange for me. Yeah,
but I mean, I think it does give you a platform, obviously,
and
to
a
be able
responsibility.
to.
That's the other thing, is being all of a sudden you have a responsibility, because
everyone's looking at you, everyone's staring at what you're going to be doing.
And I'm quite outspoken and quite political as well. So, unfortunately, it's who I am. Whether I was an actress or not, I would always be, say what I think or feel or whatever. I've tried to kind of, what's the word? Curate it more.
Bring it down a little bit.
I've grown as a human being, but I now sleep over things, but I generally the next morning still feel the same. I think I will still say what I feel.
But it's beautiful. I mean, you and just in terms of your career and what you've experienced in your career, what's been highlights in your career that you've taken home, or stuff that you remember that, I did this and I grew, and I did this and I grew. What were some highlights in your career?
I literally, I acted in a farce with Debbie Cronje, which was incredible. Like I was directed by Chris Foster, who's an incredible actor / director. He's now a lecturer at Bloemfontein Film Studios. Those are highlights. And then there's a film called With Macy. It's like a kind of a cult movie we did in 2010, which was incredible. And Bergh, we shot that in 2007. It's a highlight because that kind of was a catalyst for the rest of for films. It was the first film I did. And then Renate Greef, which is in Getrouwd met Rugby, was incredible because that character made me like the actress that I am today. Like, it was incredible to have that privilege of acting every day and being challenged with the storylines that you were given and everything. And then, of course, I've always dreamed of I want to write my own movie, and I did in 2018 called Sukia Lift. But then I wanted to direct it, but I couldn't. Politics. Not gonna get into that.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Well, do you wanna? No, that's a whole other podcast.
Yeah.
And then 2022, I finally got the chance to I met a producer, Franswa Nolte, which was one of the few people I met in our industry who actually stuck to his word. Because people always say they'll make you promises. Yo, do this and whatever and whatever. And I told him the experience with my first film, which I would have directed and then was taken away from me. And he was like, listen, if I pitch him an idea and he goes to the network and pitches it, if it gets approved, he promises me I can direct it. And then one of my ideas got approved and he actually kept his promise. And I actually directed my very first film.
Yeah.
Which was Ungetrouwd, which is incredible. That was definitely a career highlight. And then beginning of last year when my production company actually launched and I started doing the whole process from producing to writing to directing, mostly commercials. And then randomly, and because of my line producer that worked with me, I employed, then approached me because she got approached to do a reality TV show called Jachter. And then she gave me the opportunity to be the writer and director on that show.
Okay.
Which was, last year was just incredible. So last year was a big career highlight for me and dreams came true.
And what is your favorite part? Is it a director? Is it an actress? Where's your favorite part?
Yeah, it's a directing.
Directing.
Yeah.
Okay. And why is that?
I don't know. It's maybe because you get to work with actors, which I love. I'm an actress myself, and I've always been upset about sometimes how people in the industry, not just actors but crew, are treated.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be I don't want to just complain about something. I want to be the change. So I've always thought I'm going to produce one day and everybody in the industry will want to come and work for me because I want to be that person who treats people well with respect.
Yes.
Now I'm finally in that position.
Yes.
And that's what I'm enjoying that, like to have mutual respect because I don't just direct. I don't think I'll be able to direct something I didn't write. I've never done that. Everything I've directed, I've written.
Okay. And how do those ideas come up? Do we want to know?
David, my baby daddy, he's extremely creative. So a lot of my commercials, he's like, oh, this will be a great idea. And then, so he's quite good with initial ideas. I'm really good at building on that.
Okay.
So it's a team effort, most definitely. But yeah, I walk around during the day, and I look at a people watch and I see comedy in everything almost. So I love comedy.
Yeah.
So everything is quite funny. If I think of something funny, I'll write it down. I'm like, okay, cool, this is quite cool. So just, and anything like now, especially in the commercial world, like advertising, products, random stuff, spices or protein shakes or whatever, you'll think of like, okay, you need to do some research and, but I always go back to my own experience of stuff in my life that I've thought in the gym, this is quite funny, or why do people do that? Or, and they'll build from there, and you just kind of think. You keep on thinking. If you have a client who wants something for 2-3 weeks before you pitch them something, that's all you think about.
Yes,
this is funny, and this is funny, and then you'll bounce it off people. And then I'll go, oh, but this will be funnier or whatever. And that's how ideas grow. It's never a one-man show.
Yes. Yeah.
Always like
always bouncing
have someone
it in.
with, Obviously it's people that you trust and people that vouch for you.
Yeah. No, so in the like, obviously you enjoy in the director space, and then you obviously write everything. So, like, what's the last thing that you've just done? We directed and wrote.
Well, this is the last thing I directed was just now. It was my one friend Hannah has got this. I sent you the video.
Yes, it's absolutely beautiful.
Thank you, Hannah Charity.
Yeah. I'll actually put it on our link, I think, as well. That we
that'll be really cool.
Yeah,
it's the first kind of It's not a documentary. It's not a little film. So Hannah has got this amazing charity that she's had for over 20 years, and every few years they do like an updated video of what the charity is about. And she's now got nominated for a global award, and the awards are in April in Miami. And then I met with her in November. She's one of my best friends, and we had like a little girls' weekend. And then she's asked me, like, these are these two production companies that she thinks should do their next video for their charity. And which one do I think is the best? I'm like, I am
the best.
I will do it. Why are you even considering these other people? She's like, will you really do it? And that was incredible. Because we did it with very few money.
Yeah.
Long story. Again, do you want to get into that?
Another story. A bunch of promises.
M2 promises. But my promise I kept. I was going to deliver this project no matter what. And we did. And it's literally just telling her incredible story. And that to me was also one of the most amazing projects that I was a part of, because it just we literally visited people, like the poorest of the poor in the country, and went into their homes or their shacks, or some people live on like a aswip. What's a aswip? Rubbish dump.
Yeah, rubbish
literally.
dump, yeah. Yes.
And that means so much for me. Like, I will never complain again about anything. And to meet some of those people in that extreme poverty who were just so happy with the nothing that they have. So that made a lot for me as Christel and my soul, and something that I definitely needed, because it's easy to lose touch.
Yeah, with reality.
In our industry, but also within the world at the moment.
Yeah. And there's chaos happening.
Chaos.
Oh, it's crazy.
No?
But it's definitely, and I think that's what's so special about you guys as producers, directors, is bringing that to life to everybody else. And when I watched that video of yours, it actually moves a person to be like, yes, what am I actually doing? Am I trying to spend my money on the nicest things, the best things to show off who I am? Or am I actually making an impact on other people's lives that actually really actually need it? It's like in that talk, the lady was saying there, we've all got a tin of tuna or a tin of something that's lying around that we never use, or we chuck it away. It goes
off mostly. A tin of things sometimes goes off in a garbage,
And I mean, the simple thing of just giving it away and giving somebody a meal which they don't have for the day is it's a beautiful thing you guys brought about there, and understanding of it.
Yeah. So obviously we're all human, and everybody have feelings and needs, and just because you are physically or like if you are richer or in a more privileged position, it doesn't mean that all of a sudden you don't deserve to not do what you do. Or I don't know. It's my one friend also, I showed her the video yesterday and she cried, and she's like, she's a doctor and she's mostly into aesthetics.
Okay. The one thing that people don't need to spend money on.
Exactly. And she cried when she watches it. She's like, what am I doing? It feels so. I'm like, no, like stop. You should never compare because someone else is suffering. Feel guilty about what you are doing. As long as you're just aware and kind to everybody, and don't judge, and try and help where you can, because you can't help the whole world. But to literally, I once watched an interview with Ellen Burstyn. She's an actress. Did you ever watch Requiem for a Dream?
No.
Hectic movie.
Is it good?
Yeah, very good. But she played Jared Leto's character's mom in that story, and she was addicted to pills, and she sat in front of a TV. She was incredible. And she actually got nominated for an Oscar with same year as Ellen, as Julia Roberts for Erin Brockovich.
Yes, yeah.
Anyway, but I watched an interview with her where she played a boemelaar, a homeless person. And she actually went method acting. I'm not sure how long she was in the streets for, but like 2 weeks or a month. And she said the one thing that got to her was people would give you money and whatever, but they will not look at you. They won't look you in the eyes. And that always stuck with me. So now if I don't have money, I'm like, no. just to acknowledge someone.
Yes.
Because that means, and now with this video for Hannah as well, you could just by smiling at them and giving them a hug and making them feel that they are seen, it's enough to just brighten up, because a lot of these people are hopeless, and anybody can be hopeless. People can end up in any situation or be lost and on drugs or whatever, whether you're rich or poor. But we should really not take our basic stuff like cleaning products, or because those people are so poor they have to choose between domestos or bread, basically. People are always easy to judge and go like, oh, but they're smoking, so what? They're drinking, so what? Like you are, because you have more money, that
it's fine.
You're not all of a sudden allowed to smoke and drink. Why can they not smoke and drink? So it's just changing your perspective and idea of poverty, and also the sometimes we think, oh, I'm so unlucky, whatever. Those people have so many things not going for them. And if a person born into that, not seen by some outside person who actually gives a damn to try and take them out of that, it's hectic. So we should always just not judge.
So where's your life's been in acting and now into producing and obviously writing and that. And you were talking a little bit, Nana, about documentaries, that you're getting a bit more involved in documentaries. Are you starting to find like your real passion now?
Yeah, I love comedy. So I always want to do comedy, whether it's commercials or movies or whatever, because I think people need to laugh. I will laugh at anything, even if it's not, especially if it's not funny. Even if
at the wrong moment.
Even if because it's the way I deal with uncomfortable stuff, is humor. But also these docu, especially Hannah's thing now and stuff. It's not that I always think not that actors aren't real people or whatever, but we're so caught up into the art of things and the what do you call it, the philosophies and shit, whatever. It doesn't matter. That stuff matters. And telling, and again, I'm real people, like people who are storytelling. I love just telling stories. Whether I love connecting with people, I love meeting new people who's got some incredible history or their life story, how they got where they were, or where they were, where they are. I mean, you get where you were. Whatever.
Don't worry.
You see, I'm always fascinated by, because and everybody I think has got like an amazing story to tell.
I think that's where we kind of connect, because this is, I mean, the podcast that I'm doing is really like a hobby, but it's a passion. And I love hearing the stories of everybody, and like you're saying, hearing everybody's stories, because everybody's story is different, but everybody can make a success. It's not a certain life that you got to live to make a success in life. Everybody's got a different story. Everybody's been brought up differently. Some people have been brought up in broken marriages. Some people have not. And everybody, and it's to try and find that silver lining of where everybody's been able to make a success. And one of the things I'm realizing as I'm talking to more and more people, it's all about, like we were saying, it's all about not giving up. I think that's like a big silver lining, that no matter where you are, who you are, what you are, as long as you never give up,
But
you'll always find something.
But that's also an interesting kind of subject to dive really deep into. Is like I said earlier, I think that in itself is a talent, because a lot of people, and one thing I don't have time for at all is victimhood.
Yes, yeah, it's the biggest problem. One of the biggest problems
in today's society. But I grew up with amazing parents.
Yes.
But extended family members. And people that I knew that are these victims. And my dad came from a really terrible household. And you would never say that if you meet him. And he's got like no sympathy whatsoever with someone that blames their past or where they come from or whatever, because he's like, that's absolute bullshit. Like, you have to own you can't blame your decisions on what happened to you and whatever. So my dad taught me that. So I cannot stand anybody who blames everybody but themselves. Even if I'm in a situation like a argument or whatever, even if I know I'm 100% right or whatever, if I feel like I have an argument now, then I would always go back and listen, what is my part in this?
Yes.
Like, what have I done for us, me and whatever, to get to this point? Like, I always go and I do introspection and reflect on my part, And I feel there's a serious lack of people doing that. And it's so easy for people to just fall into that, oh, poor me, but I deserve this, but why am I not getting that? And there's all people, die wêreld is groot genoeg en ons 'n plekkie, ons 'n son, ons 'n groot son en ons 'n plekkie vir almal in die son.
Yeah.
Like, it's the worst thing. Like, people,
Don't
I
take
don't know, but a few of your friends actually support you. A few of your friends are actually happy for you. When, like, I'm a cheerleader, and I want everybody to just, but that's not up to you. No one can tell you that, listen, or no one can change your mind for you. You need to change it yourself. Like, you need to go, okay, cool. Like, jy kan die perd na die water toe bring, maar jy kan nie maak drink nie. And that's what I always think about, is why am I in the position? Why do I have that click? Okay, cool. I need to do this for myself. No one else is going to do it for me. And a lot of people expect everybody else to do something for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that to me is like, is that why are we so lucky?
Yeah. No,
I feel we're lucky that we realize that.
Yeah.
It
is. You got to take responsibility.
Yes.
And one of the sayings that hit home to me many years ago is that you are where you are 100% because of every decision you've made in your life. Not because of what everybody else has done in your life, because of the decisions you made in your life. You are where you are today because of that. If you have just been fired from a job, you've got to ask yourself the question, what decisions did I make in my life working with that person to have been fired? Now, obviously you get every now and again the guy just, for instance, is an idiot and he wants now to bring in a hot chickie instead of having another chickie there or something like that. But the majority of everything based in your life is purely by the decisions that you
whether it
make.
was right or wrong.
Yeah.
You can
and that's
make
why decisions are so important.
Yes. But you can make the best decision or the most ethical decision and you would still be negatively affected.
Yeah.
But that's because I went through a divorce a couple of years ago and I was fired from Getroud met Rugby actually or whatever. It was a hectic time in my life and I just had a baby. But okay, it was after the divorce. Obviously, I had the baby with a new man, my man now. And all on the podcast. Anyway, it sounds hectic. Sounds like Jerry Springer show, whatever. But timeline is important. Over a couple of years, but it was a hectic 5 years of my life. What do I want to say about? So I went to see a life coach because I was born with the happy genes. I went for genetic testing and my body naturally produces serotonin. So I even if I'm down, I don't think I've ever been depressed like someone who's really depressed. No? But during that time, after my divorce especially, I was like I like just didn't want to get up in the mornings. I was super, super sad and whatever. So I eventually got help I saw a life coach, and I initially kind of opposed what she told me. She's like, nothing in life is personal. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
And I was like, bullshit. Like, it's not true. But like later on, I've realized that she's right. Like no decision, even if it affects your life, it's not because of you necessarily. Like, yes, somebody might not like you and that's why they want you away or whatever it is, or they divorce you because whatever the reason, but it's not because of you. It's because something inside of them, and because maybe they treat you themselves and they need to be, make a hard decision for themselves. And obviously you are now in the crossfire.
Yeah.
And directly it's like, being divorced.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
And it's not because of you. And I struggle with that, but I clicked it like recently that it's truly not. Like, and once you understand that life, and also I also struggled a lot with, I never understand why would Sean do this to me, because I would never do this to you. But then also realizing he is not you. And that's why you will never understand it. Like, and those two things changed my life. Literally, really knowing that nothing is personal, and to not try and delve into why, but I would never and whatever, because, I mean, I don't know if you know the whole core value thing, but there's like 500 core values. And some people's core values literally on top 5 is like money, white picket fence, wada, wada, wada.
Yeah.
Whereas mine is integrity, honesty, respect, like whatever, you know? So people with those different core values will never align. Doesn't mean that person is a bad person. Their values are just different.
Yeah. It's true.
And to have understanding, compassion with other people and with yourself, but especially not taking things personally. That is a life changer.
Yeah, I think
it obviously doesn't make it easier.
No.
It doesn't make it less hurtful or whatever, but to not take it onto yourself all the time. You know what I'm saying? It's very complicated. Life is hectic.
No.
But it shouldn't be so hectic. I think people make it harder for themselves.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that we definitely do. I mean, my life I've also got a life coach, by the way. And one of the discussions we actually had last week is to say that we are too strict on ourselves. Like a stupid thing. Like, I've got a morning routine that I try and do. So get up at 5 and then I want to read, but then I've got 20 minutes to read. Then I want to pray. Then I've got 15 minutes to pray. And I've literally, she's said to me, just cut all the bullshit now. Like, cut it all and just do what you enjoy and let it flow. It's getting in that state of flow instead of the state of structure where you put so much pressure on yourself that you actually hate doing it, because you've and it's the same.
You live in guilt, and it's like there's
you're living in guilt.
Didn't do this. So
you're trying to do something positive to motivate yourself, but because you didn't do it, now you're living in guilt. Now you're the murrin with yourself because you didn't do it, and it's such an interesting concept, and that's what I love. What you're saying is that concept of just enjoying life and just letting a lot of stuff go. It's really important.
Overanalyzing.
Yes.
You know?
I think
but still be aware.
Yes.
Like, there's a fine line between all of these things.
Yes.
But and that's what I love about becoming older. That's the one thing. Not the wrinkles.
You stop worrying about what other people think.
Yes.
It helps a lot.
Love that so much. But still care. Like, what other people think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like we live in a world where me, I'm important.
Yeah.
But that's bullshit.
Yeah, no.
Because what is life about? It's about
giving
other people.
Yeah.
It's about relationships. Like, that's what life is about. And it's not just about me. I'm not the most important person in my life. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
Like, and I will not be happy if you're not happy.
Yeah.
And I'm not basing my happiness on you, but I can't. It's such a selfish thought. Yes, obviously you need to be content with yourself and you need to like yourself.
Yes.
But
Confident. You got to be confident.
Yes, but I'm a firm believer that you are not the most important thing in your life. You shouldn't be. Other people should be. Because to me, that's what life is about.
But isn't that what's so amazing with what you're doing right now as well? Is, I mean,
Look at this mic. Is it the one or the mic? I keep on bumping
you can push
it
a little bit forward.
higher or
no,
there
anyway
you
where
go.
it's best for you. So I think one of the where was I? Lost it somewhere.
We spoke.
But I do think that one of the things that a person needs to try and focus on is people. You know, that's what I was trying to say. What you're doing right now. I think what you did with Hannah's charity was far more fulfillment than trying to be a good actress.
I thought any paycheck can give me because I didn't get one. Obviously, you need to buy food and pay rent and stuff, but no, definitely, it's
helping people is just an amazing.
Were you ever a Friends fan?
Yes.
Remember that there was that episode where Phoebe was saying there's no selfless act. Even if you give to someone, it's to make yourself feel good in a sense.
Okay, yeah.
Remember that episode?
I don't remember that episode.
I think it was Phoebe and Friends fans down there now. And I always think of that.
Yeah.
Are
you doing it to make us? Yeah.
You know, but
are you doing
I don't
it
agree with that. But it's a direct. So weird. Flipping out.
What's it in Afrikaans?
As ek kan nie eens Afrikaanse woorde dink ek. Consequence.
Yes.
A direct consequence of doing good is feeling good.
Yeah.
I don't think you don't want to do it because I want to feel good. It's just to. It's natural. If you see someone happy and you are the reason that they are happier, you feel happier.
Yeah.
It's not and this Henk Botha, it's a documentary we were pre-production with. He's a coach in Namibia and his one athlete is Christine Mboma. And I asked them for their pitch to give me a quote. And his quote is literally, do good things and good things happen.
Yeah.
And that to me was so beautiful because most people say, do good things and good things will happen to you. No, like take yourself out of it. Like do good things and good things happen. And that is good.
Yeah.
You know? And then eventually, even if you don't see it directly, eventually you'll see the good and you'll feel good and it's good. Everything's good.
You sounded like Donald Trump there for a minute.
But it's as easy as that.
Yeah.
And it's not, and you shouldn't do good hoping good things will happen to you. You should just do good. But the direct consequence of doing good is feeling good. Like, and it's nice to feel good. And if you feel good, you're a better person. If you feel good, it's good.
No. You did it again.
It's very wise words. But it's as simple as that. Yeah. Like you're going to the philosophy and bullshit of and then whatever. But it's as easy as that.
No, Christel, I've loved this chat, and I think people have also gotten to see you, not the actress of you, but actually getting to know you as a person, and yeah, I mean, what is the, just to end off with, any young
good. Did you feel good giving it to me? Okay, happy you making me show. No, sorry.
But what do you for any young actress or actor out there, what is your words of wisdom to them that are trying to get into this game, that's their career path, something that they're trying to get to? What is your words of wisdom, and what would you say to them to be able to get to the point where you've been able to achieve things in life?
Well, it literally is, if it's like I started the interview with, if the dream is in your heart for a reason, but be realistic about why you want it. What is your end goal? Do you want to be famous? Do you want to be rich? Do you want to be whatever? Because all of the things, it's fine. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be famous or wanting to be whatever, but becoming an actress will not fulfill any of those things, because it's what's your reason for becoming that? And then just like strap on a pair, brace yourself, and be ready for a hell of a ride, and just to get back up. But the most incredible people I've met are in the entertainment industry. Like, but my advice is just to just literally go for it, and don't listen to the noise. Like, people can be so negative. Like, literally, like I said earlier, you think your best friends would support you, but it's hardly, it's not a lot of your best friends, not a lot of your friends. It's mostly people who don't know you are your biggest supporters or whatever. Don't put your, it's so deep. I want to say so much.
Yeah. No,
it's just, what's meant for you will be for you. Work your butt off to get what you want. And I think it applies for anybody, whether you want to be an actress or not. Like, if you have a dream, go for it. And you can't just, what's meant for you will be for you. Just, okay, I'm going to sit on my ass and not do anything.
Yeah.
You have to work hard at what you want. Go study drama or go for acting course. You can't just want to be an actress and not do the work. You have the respect for the career to do what you need to do to be the best at what you do, And whether it's, I don't necessarily think you need to study drama to do it these days, but you have to do courses, and you have to have an interest in it and study the theory behind it and the history and the what. But just do it and don't give up. And you will only not make it if you give up. And don't listen to the outside noise. And people love to see you not make it.
Yeah.
Like, people love you, but they love to hate you.
As long as you're not more successful than that.
Yeah. But to always try and remember just to ignore all of that, and just do not ever be like that. Like, I remember when I was young, and there were like older producers and actors that were really nasty to me. I was like, yes, I would never, ever, ever want to do this. I saw a speech on Instagram the other day. Who was it? Oh, Harrison Ford. Did you see that? Did you see it?
No.
His Lifetime Achievement Award on something. And he said it so beautifully about the established actors, letting the young ones help them, He said it way more poetically, obviously, but that's what it came down to. It's just, don't be the asshole to try and make it harder for them. Like, try and make it easier. Let it be easier and better than it was for you. I'm talking so much shit.
No, absolutely. I love it.
It's not profound. It's not profound. It's literally, follow your freaking dreams. Yeah. Don't give up.
Yeah.
And go for it. But also, as an actor, have a backup plan. Like, no. I mean, you can't just rely on acting purely on its own. But if you're really keen on the industry, I did everything. I did casting. I was, I did continuity. Obviously then I'm directing, I'm producing, and whatever. It's all within the industry. Because the minute you do something that is not in the industry, then you kind of automatically leave the industry.
Yes.
But that's also okay. The industry is not going anywhere.
Yeah.
If you feel you want to travel for 5 years, like in 2003 when I got my first job, I was invited to a girl that was actually a co-actress of mine to go to Italy to do like au pairing or whatever. And it was incredible. I was like, I want to do it. But then I was like, I have my first role now. And I just had my foot in the door. I statued mime after that for like 3 years. Like, I was like, my first role. I was like, I regret not going. The industry is not going anywhere, so you can always come back and whatever. But if it's your dream and it's in your heart, then just freaking go for it and don't, yeah.
No.
And South Africa, it's not easy, but it's not that tough industry to get into.
That's
I
very
don't know what I'm
interesting. I
saying.
love, and Christel, I mean, out of everybody, I think people love to just hear from you and what you've been able to achieve. And I think what I love about you is you talk from the heart. There's no pretentiousness. There's nothing, and that's what's so amazing. And
Thank
I think
you. That's a compliment.
no,
to me.
but it's a beautiful thing to have. And but on our show, Dan, my phone I think is sitting there. Do you mind bringing my phone yet? So on our show, what we do is, I've got it here. Sorry. The last person that did an interview with us asks a question.
Oh, and I must answer.
And you got to answer it, and you will leave a next question for the next person on the show.
Okay.
But the question from the last person on the show was: if someone looked closely at how you spend your time and energy today, what would they say you truly value?
That's a deep question. Today, specifically today.
So let me say it again.
So someone was with me the whole day.
So if someone looked at you closely at how you spend your time and energy, whether it be in the day or over your time.
No, not today.
No. How are you spending your time and energy? What would they say you truly value?
Family, I think.
Yeah.
Dedication, is that something that could be valued?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Because I think I work my ass off. I don't know. I think that would, my kids and my furry kids, my horses and my cow and my dogs. And my David means everything to me, like family. But also, how do I put this? How do I say this? I don't know how to say this. How would you, what do you think? Okay, I'm going to paint you a picture.
Let's go for it.
I think, Sean, it's a difficult question. I don't know. Like the last 3-4 months, since last year, April of my life, I've been literally chasing my dreams and making sure my family is okay.
Yeah.
Flippin', I would say I'm a really hard worker. I've always have like 10 balls, juggling all at the same time. But I would hope that they would say that I value family. And by family, I also mean friends, relationships.
Yes.
More than, because even within my work, and that's also, like I said earlier, like when I produce, the reason I'm producing is I want to create a space for people where they feel respected and they feel seen and they feel that they belong.
Yeah.
That's why I do what I do now as a producer.
Yes.
And a director.
Yes.
I don't know if that.
But I think you
asked that question.
I think
what's his name? It's a man. No, it's a man. Was it a man that asked that question?
It was. But yeah, Chris, I mean, I've looked at you now, and I mean, like, you've got a crazy life. I mean, you're running up and down. You've got shoots and everything right now, and you've got the boys running around with you at this stage. So, I mean, it just shows that you are very still family connected, even through doing all of your work.
Yeah, to me, the worst is like today when I came here to you. I lived with Clarissa, and you know her. She's a good friend of yours as well. She's my best friend. And I haven't officially asked her, but she's the godmother of my children.
Well, there we go, Clarissa.
But when I left, I mean, they see me almost every day, but I leave, and it killed Laude, my youngest. He cried like someone was stealing him in a mall, like abusing him or whatever. And it broke my heart. But I have to do what I have to do. But that to me is the most important. Like I would never, if I know I have to quickly leave state, I would never feel like that terrible because if I have to, go to my family for an emergency. I know I have to go to work, whatever. You know what I mean? Like your family is the most important. Yeah.
Well,
sorry.
Christel, thank you very much for this evening. I think we had an absolute blast tonight. And I think a lot of people got to know you and who you are. And I just love the fact that it was so just plain, simple, unscripted. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to see what you've actually achieved in life, which is amazing.
Take a long time.
But you've pursued it and you've had that grit to just get through it. And I think that's one of the most important things is having that grit and just pursuing. Yeah. So,
thank you. I think I must do a podcast so I can interview you.
One day.
Yeah.
But thank you very much.
Thanks
Appreciate
for inviting me. I feel very privileged being in Stain City. Being interviewed. I'm allowed to say where we are.
Yeah, we are. I don't have any hits on me yet.
Okay, great. Yeah.
But thank you. Appreciate it.